Sorry, to these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I'm afraid of the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And Richardson back to throw it. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Richardson looking to throw this. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A point after, goodbye grouping. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now Smith. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Geno now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here we go on fourth. Smith escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. To the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's Richardson to throw. Flushed out right. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10. Now Geno. He'll get that out to the flat to White. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hands it off out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Taken in at the 11. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now it's Richardson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Richardson looking to throw. Buying time to his left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Eluding the pressure right.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Smith.
Open man is Tucker.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Smith. Flush to his right.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 5. Now Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 36 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Taylor. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing now is Geno. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Smith, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Richardson going to change the play here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing is Smith. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Now Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Smith.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Smith to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's Smith.
Steps away to his left. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.